What would you do if your government spent $9.7 million of your tax money on life-saving medicine, then deliberately shipped it to an incinerator in France rather than let a single woman use it? That's not a hypothetical. That happened. And a secret internal memo proves they had every chance to stop it. Here's what most people don't realize. This wasn't some shipment lost at sea or stuck in red tape. A warehouse in Geel, Belgium held over 50,000 IUDs, nearly 2 million injectable doses, 900,000 implants, and more than 2 million packets of birth control pills. All purchased with U.S. taxpayer dollars under a 10-year, $9.5 billion global health program serving over 40 countries. These supplies had expiration dates stretching to 2031. 6 years of shelf life. Sitting there. Ready to go. In January 2025, the Trump administration signed Executive Order 14169, freezing most foreign aid, including family planning. That part was public. What wasn't public was what happened next. USAID staff inside the agency drafted an internal memo requesting permission to offload the contraceptives to NGOs or foreign governments rather than let them expire. They saw the waste coming. They flagged it. They proposed solutions. And leadership, including Deputy USAID Administrator Peter Morocco, ignored every single one. But here's where the story turns from bureaucratic to brutal. The Gates Foundation offered to take the supplies. UNFPA, the UN's population fund, offered. The International Planned Parenthood Federation offered. Médecins Sans Frontières offered. Multiple organizations said, "We will redistribute these at zero cost to the U.S. government." Every single offer was rejected. Not because of logistics. Not because of legal barriers. The State Department's own justification called these contraceptives, pills, implants, IUDs, abortifacients. They are not. Every medical authority on Earth confirms these prevent conception. They do not end pregnancies. That label was a political fiction. Between July and August 2025, the supplies were shipped from Belgium to an incineration facility in France. Burned. The cost of destruction alone, $167,000 of additional taxpayer money. So the government paid to buy them, paid to store them, then paid again to destroy them. While they were still usable. While women were waiting for them. Now zoom out. This isn't just about contraceptives in a Belgian warehouse. 83% of USAID programs have been cancelled. 94% of staff laid off. Millions of condoms and HIV prevention medications are still stranded in warehouses from Dubai to Nairobi. This was one episode in a systematic dismantling of American global health leadership, the kind of infrastructure that took decades to build. And it's being torn apart not by budget constraints, but by ideology. Experts calculated exactly what those supplies could have done. If distributed, they would have prevented unintended pregnancies for 650,000 women for an entire year. Over longer periods, up to 950,000 women could have been covered. Instead, those women now face higher risks of unintended pregnancy, unsafe abortion, and maternal death, in countries where giving birth is already one of the most dangerous things a woman can do. In October 2025, Le Monde reported that some remaining supplies, still in perfect condition, usable until 2031, were being fought over by activists trying to prevent further destruction. Think about that. Citizens had to physically intervene to stop their own government from destroying medicine that could save lives. The administration says this aligns with the Mexico City policy and family values. Critics, including former USAID officials, bipartisan lawmakers, and every major global health organization, call it what the memo proves it was, a deliberate choice to let medicine rot rather than let women have it. Here's what stays with me. Somewhere in a government building, someone held that memo. They read the options: redistribute, donate, transfer. And they chose the incinerator. $9.7 million in medicine. 950,000 women. And a $167,000 bill to make sure none of them got help. That memo is still out there. And so is the question it raises: if they did this with contraceptives, what else is sitting in a warehouse right now, waiting to be burned?